All right. See now, I had a couple of people ask me if I could explain the creation of the universe. Now, there's a lot of ways of explaining it. Elijah had a way of explaining it. There's the Quran, the Bible, all these different books have ways of explaining it. But it could get so deep and so intricate that you could lose yourself in explaining the universe, because the universe is vast. So I decided to try to explain it, or strive to explain it in a mathematical way, which would give you an understanding with the quickness based on the time frame that YouTube allots us. So we only have like 10 minutes. I may even have to make 2 of them. In case I do, that's why I'm giving y'all this little opening so you'll know what I'm trying to do. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some drawings. I'm going to draw certain things in a mathematical equation to let you see what I'm doing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the version of triple darkness. Now, most books and most science give you triple darkness like that. So the reason why I'm showing it to you like this is triple darkness, the 2 folds of darkness, and the single fold of darkness. Then you would see a line come across this way. Now, in triple darkness, eventually they became an equilibrium. These lines will show you the equilibrium of triple darkness, and that's how they came in those folds. Now, when triple darkness first came together in these equilibriums, and then triple darkness became the darkness in its 2-fold, and it became in its equilibrium. And then triple darkness turned into 1 fold of darkness, which would be, a way to explain that would be, if you were on the planet Earth and you're in sunlight, from sunlight you're going to go into starlight. From starlight you would go into triple darkness. Now Elijah would say, and I don't think they're going to be able to get out of triple darkness, but I don't think you'll be able to get out of starlight. But if you could get out of starlight, you would go into triple darkness. Now if you was in triple darkness and then you looking back at you would see the stars. So you'd have to be traveling real fast, and then that would give you the understanding of more of what triple darkness is. Like the lesson says, under and back of the universe of time, space, and change is ever to be found. The substantial reality, the fundamental truth. So from there, we're going to go into the creation of the universe. So now, I'll show you this. The start of it would be like that. Like that. Like that. Now I know you heard the story of what they call the Big Bang Theory, or the great explosion of triple darkness, and whatever the case may be. The reason why they say the Big Bang Theory is because the equilibrium, again, is how I'm showing you when I show you the equilibrium of the first 3. Once they had their little equilibrium, and the 3 were equal, meaning that the lines were connected between them, it exploded. Once the explosion came, then they came back again. The first 3 would come 1, 2, and 3, and then came 4, 5. This is going to be a little crude, and then 6. All right. And then they tried to equal up themselves with equilibrium and coming together, as we would say in mathematics, the equality of the mathematical equation within the circumference of the universe trying to come together and balance itself. So once those 6 equaled up, because this line to this one hadn't done yet and couldn't go, it exploded again. Once you get the explosion, then it has to start over. Now I'm not going to put the triple darkness and all that up there again, because you already saw that. And those have already, they have equaled out. Their equality has been equaled, and now they're one. Triple darkness is still here. The dualism of darkness is still here, and the singleism of darkness is still here. The singleism of darkness is what you see when you see in between the stars. So now they were trying to equal up again. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then here came 7, 8, and 9. Now, the key to understanding this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pardon me, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is the world of fleshless things. Alright? The world of fleshless things. In other words, what they were trying to explain is, for lack of a better term, they would say, though, the angels and the cherubim and the saffrium were moving the suns around and putting them in places where they wanted them at, and making the galaxies, as in the Quran it said there's 19 galaxies and things of that nature. So now we're trying to get the equilibrium again. And this is how it was looking. They were trying to equal up themselves so they could stabilize the universe. The universe was trying to stabilize itself, because when they say the Big Bang Theory, they don't understand. They think the Big Bang Theory was just one big bang, and then all of a sudden the universe was stable. No, it went through that same explosion a number of times until this first part of it started to have its equality on the equilibrium of balance, where it was all coming together as one. So you started seeing things like the 5-pointed star, the 6-pointed star. All these things started taking place. So you started seeing that 3 was trying to connect with 9. 2 was trying to connect with 9. 2 connected with 4. 3 connected with 5. 5 connected with 9. 7 connected with 9. 8 connected with 9. 6 connected with 3 and 2. These things would happen. Then it exploded again. This would be the last explosion. And then after it did that last explosion, then it did it again. I'm just going to do it all over for you again so you can get the understanding of how it had to redo itself again. And a lot of times when you see this, then 6, then you have 7, then 8, then 9, and then we came into Malkuth, which is 10, which is knowledge added on to that cipher, which gave you the completion. Once the completion came, and they went through those same equilibrium, and they were connecting again. Once they connected and on, you saw the connection before. Once they made their connection, then the universe was stable. With that, I'm going to say peace.